everybody, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to Mama's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my garden egg sauce. This sauce can be used to eat boiled rice, boiled yam, and boiled plantain, whether ripe or unripe. So here are the ingredients I'm going to be using to make this sumptuous sauce. Okay, here I have the garden egg. I couldn't get the fresh one, so I ended up getting the canned one. This is also good, so you might want to try it if you can find fresh garden eggs. I have my pepper here, it's all cleaned out. I have the green long one, the bell pepper. I have my tomatoes. You don't need a lot of tomatoes for this sauce. I have my pepper. I have about 5 habanero peppers here because I want it spicy. So I'm going to be using some salt, smoked fish, some onions, I'm going to use red oil to fry it. Some people use vegetable oil, but I love using palm oil to fry this sauce. I'm going to be using some crayfish, some Knorr cubes, some locust beans, and I'm also going to be using some dry shrimps. So, you ready? Let's get in the kitchen and make this happen. Okay guys, this is the garden egg. You know, it's from the can, so it's already soft. Normally, if you have the fresh one, you have to boil it first and then take out the skin. Some people don't take out the skin, but I like to take out the skin. So here I'm taking out the skin of this garden egg. You know, this is the canned one, so you don't expect it to be yellow. This is also the white type of garden egg. So you take off the skin. If you want, you can leave it. That's almost everybody, I take off the skin. Yeah. Okay, so here I have some chopped onions and I have some of my habanero pepper. I'm also going to pour my crayfish in here because I like to pound my crayfish when I'm cooking the sauce. You can also throw in your crayfish without pounding it, but I like to pound my crayfish. So you pound everything together. Okay guys, you can see that the pepper, onions, and crayfish are all pounded up. You don't want it to be really smooth. You want some chunks in it. So I'm going to take this out and put it back in the bowl till when I'm going to cook it. Now it's time for me to pound my eggplant. Some people pound everything together with their crayfish or whatever they're using, but I like to pound them separately because I want them to, I always put them in the soup separately, not at the same time. So I need to pound them separately. So here's the garden egg. Make sure you don't add the water from it into your mortar or your mashing bowl if you're going to use a mashing bowl. So I put all the garden egg. You know, I'm not worried about this because this is actually how it will look. If it was fresh one, you have to still cook it before you use it. So it's going to be mashed like this by the time you want to use it. So this is not a problem. This is okay. So I put it there and I'm going to mash it up together. Mash it very well. If you don't like the seeds, you might want to just blend it. But I don't mind about the seeds. So if you don't want to see the seeds, then you can blend it too. But like I said, I don't want it to be too grinded. I want some of the chunks, so I'm not going to pound it for too long. So this is my locust beans. This is how I use it. I also pound it too, and I don't pound it with those things. I pound it separately. You can also pour it in. You know, it depends on how you want to make your food. Some people pour it in like that. I only pour my locust beans in if I'm making ewedu, or if I'm cooking egusi, you know, with ewedu, then I pour it in like that. Or maybe when I'm making begiri, I pour it in. But when I'm making the sauce, I have to grind it. I don't know, but that's just my taste. So pound it smooth. Yeah, this is good enough. Then I take it out and I just put it on the side of the onions. On the side of the onions and pepper. just put it on the side here. Okay, now I'm going to blend my pepper. This is my bell pepper. I'm just slicing it up to help my blender. I've had this blender for years just because of the way I pamper it. I don't throw things in it anyhow. I chop things up before I throw them in it. So just chop up your things and you get ready to blend. Okay guys, you see the tomatoes and the pepper. I did not really grind it to a paste. You make it chunky. See the way it is? That's what you want for your eggplant sauce. You don't want it too blended. You still need some of the chunks inside. So I'm gonna put some oil in the pot. There's about 2 spoons of oil, which is equivalent to about a cup of oil. And you don't really want to bleach the oil, so you just let it warm up like that, heat up like that, and then you start frying. So I'm going to put my onions. So I'm putting the yam to cook. Okay guys, you see the way I allow the tomatoes to really fry itself? That's the way I like it. And now I'm putting my blended crayfish, pepper and onions and the locust beans, grinded locust beans. I'm now frying it. Frying it with the onions. I like my onions to be really like almost burnt. It gives me some, very good taste. You don't let it burn, but you just let it, you fry for about 5 to 7 minutes to get to this stage. And your heat should be on low. So this has been frying for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to add my blended tomato, bell pepper, the green long pepper and habanero pepper here. And I'm going to really let this fry for as long as 10 minutes because I want the tomato to cook itself, to be really dry from water. Sometimes I boil the tomatoes on its own and just boil it and boil it down to a paste, a very thick paste. But I'm using another method today, so I'm just going to do this like this and let it fry inside here. I'm going to cover the pot and let it fry for about 10 minutes. Okay guys, you see this is really dry. This is what I wanted. And now I'm going to add my eggplant mixture. You can add water, it's not much. And I'll mix everything up together. Okay, this has been boiling for a few minutes. Now I'm going to add all the seasonings that I need to add. So I'm putting my Knorr cube, and I'm also going to add salt. And I'll add about half tablespoon of salt, and I'll mix everything up. Guys, this sauce is very delicious. If you can make it, you will like it, I promise you. So now I'm also going to add some water and just let it cook for maybe 5 minutes. You don't need too much water in it anyway. So I'm going to add this water. Taste for salt. Yeah, it's okay. And I'm going to cover it for 5 minutes, like I said. Okay, this has been cooking for about 5 minutes, and it's already ready to be eaten. But I'm just going to add my shrimp, my dried shrimp. You know, I like the shrimp to be in whole, so that you can, you know, you can dish it out and eat it. You can also break them apart, break them to pieces if you want, but I like cooking mine in whole. So this is it here. And one thing I need to tell you too, you can also use, people use meat to make this. It all depends on how you want to design your soup. So here I'm putting the smoked fish, sorry. Make sure you take off your bone, the bones. So see the smoked fish? Can you just see the soup, people? Can you just see the sauce? Can you just see it? This is looking fantastic. I can't wait to eat this. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. This is really, really looking nice and smelling nice, and it's tasting nice. So you put your fish in like this, or you put your pomo or your meat, anything you want to cook it with. And I'm just going to let this meat and shrimp cook together for another 10 minutes. Okay guys, this has been cooking for about 10 minutes and it's ready. It's ready. You should know me and thickness. I don't like light soup. I like my soups to be thick, and this is exactly what is here. So this is the soup ready to be eaten. I'm going to be serving this with rice. My children like to eat it with rice, but I'm going to eat it with yam, boiled yam. Okay guys, this is the stew, the sauce, and some boiled yam. I'm going to be eating it with boiled yam, but my children will be eating it with boiled rice. And so this is how the stew looks like. I promise you this tastes delicious. So thank you so much for watching me today. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please, if you have not subscribed, please try and subscribe, like, and share. Talk to you soon. See you soon. Bon appetit and ciao ciao.